conversation about the cost of being a champion. Now, you know, in the UFC, everybody is hunting for that elusive gold. Everybody wants to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold the belt. Everybody wants that belt money. And everybody wants to be considered some of the best in the world. So, what is some of the costs of being a champion? What are the ups? Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know what I do with Coach D Media. I talk about all things when it comes to combat sports, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's get back into it. Today, we're going to have a conversation about the cost of being a champion. Now, you know, in the UFC, everybody is hunting for that elusive gold. Everybody wants to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold the belt. Everybody wants that belt money. And everybody wants to be considered some of the best in the world. So, what is some of the costs of being a champion? What are the upsides and what are the downsides to being champion? So let's go with the upside. The upside is once you become a champion, you're going to already see a huge bump in your pay, right? You're guaranteed so much for holding that belt. Now, I've seen it differ. I've seen some people who are champions making $250,000 for being champion. Then I've seen other fighters who's making $500,000 for being champion. I thought it was $500,000 guaranteed, but apparently that's not the case. So I could be wrong in certain areas, but that's what I've seen trying to do my little Google. So it ain't guaranteed that you're going to be making the top money, but you're supposed to be making more money as being a champion, but that's not always the case. I know some people who didn't have the belts who are making more money without the belt as some of your champions with the belts. Kind of effed up, but it is what it is. Then, as being a champion, you get pay-per-view points. So once you get to that status where they're going to offer you pay-per-view points, then you're making money off pay-per-view, which means you're a draw, which means you're able to bring in big money a la Conor McGregor. Okay? So that's some of the upsides. So what are some of the downsides to being champion? A, the pressure of holding on to that daggone belt, right? Once you're a champion, there's an automatic target on your back, right? But now we're not using the rankings, so sometimes you don't even know who you're going to fight next, right? You could be fighting the same guy over and over again, right? Look at freaking, what's the name of the 125-pound division? They fought 4 times, right? 4 times. That's unheard of fighters fighting for their belt 4 times. I mean, they held up the belt for 4 different occasions. We've never heard that before, but it happens. When you got popular fighters trying to see who's the top dog or who the UFC wants, the guy who's supposed to lose won. Now they want to run that back till he loses. You got that crap going on, okay? Also, since you're not picking the next opponent from the rankings, right? It's who fits the best narrative. Meaning, Conor McGregor can come back and walk right into a title shot because A, he gonna put butts in the seats and he has the best narrative for the UFC, right? So sometimes you can be in the game and you on your record should be the next in line, but that don't mean it's gonna happen, right? Which means you're gonna be hunting for that belt and never get it, right? It happens. Now, getting to the conversation that I just was watching recently, and it was from the Weasel. He's a great podcaster. He does great work on breaking fights down and all that kind of good stuff. He got asked the question, is Alexander Volkanovski on a decline, right? And he even said to a certain degree, maybe he could be, right? I was like, how did we get into that point to where we even having that conversation of could be? The answer should have been no, right? There's no way he's on a decline when the person he lost to is considered the pound for pound best. He didn't lose to a scrub. He lost to the best in the game, which means the only fights he's getting are the best in the game. Okay? So where do you get the decline from? Right? Now, I would say this. The question you must ask is, why is he jumping back to a fight so quickly after just being KO'd? He's getting ready to fight freaking, what's the guy's name? I thought I saw it. Hold on a second. I got it. Tapura. He's getting ready to fight Tapura coming up real soon, and he just wanted to get back in there. The question is, why does he want to get back in there so fast? He's been a champion for freaking most of his career. So what, does he need money? What is he trying to prove, that he has to get back in the game so quickly when you got fighters who hold belts who take forever to come back? Some people are fighting once a year, right? So what's the rush fighting so many times a year, right? Are you hunting back to get that title shot? Because you already got the belt in your weight class. You lost to a higher weight class trying to become champ. So technically you haven't lost your belt in your weight class. I guess it's time for you to fight in your weight class. But even though you had 2 fights at an upper weight class. So I get what the UFC may want. They want you to freaking fight in your weight class, but the UFC made the fight up. Everybody trying to be champ. You know what I'm saying? So trying to get that elusive extra title to prove that you're the best in the game could cost you. So in that aspect, I can see what they're saying about declining, because hey, he's strictly a 145 pounder. He should stick with it. But he's still 26-3 with only losses to freaking to Islam, and who else? The guy he lost to is not even in the UFC. It was before he got to the UFC, so that doesn't even freaking matter. All right, so let's continue to break it down. Let's look at Israel Adesanya, right? Israel Adesanya just lost the belt to Strickland, right? And he says he's taking years off, right? So why? Why is he taking so much time off? It's because the grind of being champion freaking sucks. To always focus on media attention, always focus on getting your Instagram up, always doing the podcast, always doing, commentary, gotta respond to people calling you out, gotta talk your share of shit, gotta do all this stuff on a daily basis when you're champion, right? If you want that credit of being considered the best, look at all the top guys who hold the belt, who runs their mouths, who are considered the best, are the ones who engage with constant media on any level. Look at Charles Oliveira, considered one of the best in the game. His skill set is without a doubt one of the best, right? But he don't get the accolades like he needs to because he's not constantly in the media, right? Only the hardcore fans know who he is. The casual fans don't, right? That's why he can't rise to that level of just the, iconic champion like a Conor McGregor, because he can't run his mouth. But he's so good and he beats everybody. You got to give him no. You got no choice. He beats everybody, right? So now he gets to fight Islam again. So there you go, right? But Israel Adesanya, he's almost out of sight, out of mind because of all the crap that got going on, right? He got beat by freaking Alex Pereira, right? Now got beat by Strickland. You consider him being on a decline, right? Because like I said, the pressure of being champion is crazy. Either you're not getting what you're supposed to get or you're not fighting who you're supposed to fight. There's always something, right? Or you're not fighting at all. Because Charles Oliveira, he ain't trying to fight. He don't fight. And he still gets what he wants. So why freaking, God dang it, mine went blank. Sorry. Why Alexander Volkanovski's trying to fight again? I don't get it. He need to take some time off, regroup, and come back. He's pushing too hard. He's going to be like a Max Holloway. All these fights, never can seem to get it back where it needs to be. All right? So, being champ ain't always the best thing, man, if you can't manage what comes with it. Right? Right? So, you got freaking Israel Adesanya. His girl tried to take his money. Right? Coming at him on all half of his stuff. Right? So, now he got to fight in the courts with his girlfriend. Can't focus on the fights when you got other people in your freaking, DM freaking trying to drag you, right? Look at that Sean O'Malley. People are calling him a cuck, meaning he got his homeboy trying to smash his girl. He trying to get ready for a fight. I worry about somebody smashing his girl when he ain't looking. Look at the nonsense we got going out there, right? All the allegations with Conor McGregor, right? Sean Strickland getting ready to be canceled, right? It's being a champion ain't always what it's cracked up to be if you can't manage it, right? Those who manage it, get out. GSP. Came champions, got his belt back, got the hell on. Because like I said, the game being champion ain't for everybody. Look at BJ Penn, right? Being champion, look at it. Downhill, kept going downhill, right? It ain't for everybody. Because, hey, not only once you become champ, can you remain champ? That ain't always easy to do, right? So, you hear what I'm saying? The game ain't for everybody. So, being champ can cost you just as much as make you. So, be careful for what you want, because once you get it, it's a whole nother ballgame. So, let's see what Alex Pereira going to be doing, considering he's the champ, right? He's hold 2 belts. Can he manage it? Can he handle the pressure of being a double champion? And he did it in 7 fights, which is unheard of. We're putting all the effort behind him, making him a megastar. He can't even talk on the mic, right? 7 fights. Within 7 fights, he's a double champ. When have you ever heard that before? Right? So it's getting crazy on having the belt. We can even talk about, is the belt even worth it? Is the quality of being a champion what it used to be in the past? I guess we'll find out. All right, that's all I got. I wanted to get that out quick because I saw that, the Weasel podcast that got me thinking. I wanted to go ahead and talk about it. Tell me what you think. Hey, subscribe to the channel. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. Give me some positives, give me some negatives, so I keep doing what I'm doing. All right? Because I love what I'm doing. All right, this is Coach D, doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it, talking my share of shit. To hear from me again, peace out.